Okay, we're recording. Okay, I hate it when we press record. It's like pressure. Okay, so say, share, do, right? And this is really, really amazing. So this is your business bit. And you log on to here. Like I said, if you're just a preferred customer right now and you want to look into it before you change your account over to associate, just go to isogenicsbusiness.com. It will look exactly the same, but just select the UK version. So on here, it will say home, start here, training, tools, international sponsorship, Isogenics business app, and Isogenics events. And we're just going to click on start here. Okay, so we're literally just going to start here on the basics. Okay, so helping your friends get started on Isogenics with say, share, do. Okay, and there's so many people that use different ideas and they say different things to everyone. But the idea is if you're saying the same thing to the same people over and over again, and you're creating that consistency, you're practicing that muscle of confidence, so that when people start saying no, because you're going to get a load of no's, like you're going to get thousands of no's, but you're looking for those hundreds of people that are going to come through and say yes. Okay, so if you take an example on here on the say scripts, this is step 1, and you can change these, you can tweak these. I was saying to Emma earlier, one of the words on it is like, oh, you're going to flip when you see these results. Like, I would never ever use that word. So you can just change it, and it even breaks it down into if you haven't started yet, if you've already started, if you want to just share the opportunity. Like sometimes I'll be speaking to people on LinkedIn and they're not interested in creating necessarily a relationship with me. They want to know what I can offer them. So I'll just go straight into, hey Jem, I was recently introduced to an amazing global health and wellness company called Isogenics. I've only been using their system, I'm just going to put you up there, their system for like 3 years. I've been using the system for 3 years now, and I've already experienced wealth creation, and I've actually been able to go part-time as a nurse as well as get really fit. When I looked at the business side of Isogenics, I realized that there was an incredible financial opportunity along with the amazing products too. Now, I know you might really love your job and you're really passionate about your own business, but you're one of the most kindest, loyal, and courageous people that I've ever met, and I just think the world of you. I'm going to run with this, and I think you'd absolutely crush it too. Ultimately, I have no idea whether this will be for you, but if it is, you're going to be really happy I shared it with you. Would you be open to taking a look and learning more about it? So it's not salesy. Like none of these templates are salesy. And if they feel like they are a little bit salesy or they just don't sound like you can tweak them. Obviously, if I'm talking to someone on LinkedIn who I've never met before, I'm not going to say, no, I know you're one of the most kindest people because I've never met them before. So you just have to be careful like with what you say. But the scripts here are amazing. And especially for like you guys that have just started or haven't even started yet, like Jess, you could say, hey Amy, any interest in starting a health and wellness system with me? I'm ready to lose some weight, I'm ready to get some more energy and just feel like myself again. I've literally I've been speaking to my friend Gemma. She's told me all about this incredible system and I've seen so many incredible transformations. It's simple, effective, and I'm so excited to get started. Do you want to try it with me? Like if people say no, you're just like, oh, okay, all good, no worries, I just thought I'd ask. Like, you know, it's not salesy, it's not emotional, there's nothing in it. It's just like, okay, fine, cool, no worries. And guys, if you've been using it a little bit of time, you can actually scroll down to the bottom. I mean, there's even Facebook posts of what you can actually write on your Facebook posts. And if you haven't started as well, Jess, you can actually tag whoever's started you off and say you've seen their experiences. And you can actually do these as voice notes and send them as a personal message. So you could be like, you know, and really, really create that authenticity and personal approach. And then your progress post. I know me and Emma were talking about this earlier. She's coming up to her 30 days and we're going to use this progress post as her Facebook post. So she's going to do her day 1, day 30, and we're going to use this text, and you're going to see that in the next week or so. Now, when friends start to comment and they're going to ask them certain things, like ask Emma certain things, for example, she's going to say, hey, Tracy, I'm so glad you commented. One of the things that excites me most about starting the system is doing it with friends. This may or may not be for you, but if it is, what would you love to see happen? And they're going to give you a response. So lose weight, have more energy. And like Gemma said, if at any point you get confused, you just say, okay, cool. So this is what I did when I started. I jumped on a call with my friend Lara. I jumped on a call with my friend Lizzie. I jumped on a call with my friend Gemma. and just get them to jump on a call with me and Gemma and Lizzie, and like we'll do a 3-way call with them. So like voice call or video call, and this like Gemma said earlier, they're so powerful. And you know, once you've sent them a video link, for example, if you want to send them a video link, you just, oh, this gets in the way, I can't see you guys. So then you just go into sort of the sharing side. So you can share a video with them, and you can just spend, you know, maybe half an hour just looking at some videos that really resonate with you. Like Gemma said, there's loads in the Isagenix Business app. And then obviously when they come back to you, do the scripts. Okay, so what did you like best about what you saw in the video? I know when we last spoke, your goals were to lose 2 stone, and I know the system can really help. And this, honestly, this system, for those of you that were on the call last night, me and Johnny looked at this about a week or so ago, and I was literally reading it. I was like, why the hell am I not using these scripts? Like, they're all there. Why am I trying to reinvent the wheel? So I've just literally been using these. And do you know what the best thing is, guys, for you guys on the call and you guys that are new, and even you guys that are old, okay, like me, right? We can unlearn the stuff that we've learned. But this is duplicatable. So Jess, like, you literally follow this template. Guess what your team are going to do when you bring them in? They're going to follow this template. They're going to be plugged into the community, but they're going to follow the say, share, do scripts, and they're going to know exactly what they're doing. And then the last thing I really want to quickly show you, and I would just recommend you guys spend some time just over this kind of, you know, maybe tomorrow or just before the call on Saturday morning, just have a look at this, because if you click on tools, so there's loads of training as well. Like, you can literally look at the compensation plan in detail. You share, they share. But under tools, like Gemma said earlier, you know, when you're talking to someone and they start saying to you, oh, I don't know anyone. And you're like, right, you don't know anyone who wants to increase their finances, get better sleep, have better health, more energy, or lose some weight. And they say no. I'm like, clearly you just don't want to help me. But you can actually go on here, and there's a who do you know list. And this list, you could say, right, okay, let's work through this together. Who do you know, Jess, who is health conscious? Who do you know who's concerned about their weight? And who do you know is a network marketer? Who do you know who's a teacher? Who do you know who's a nurse? God, if I didn't know about this opportunity, I don't know what I'd still be doing. I'd probably still be working my ass off. But anyway, and then you go on, so this is all under tools and training. And there's also the fast track to executive and the map to executive. Now, I would recommend you guys to download this, just to print it off. And if you scroll right to the bottom, sorry if it's making you dizzy, like Gemma said, to hit executive, which is the highest rank, you need 5 people on your left and 5 people on your right in the whole entire world to eat food to share with 2 people. That's it. Okay, so you could actually print this off. You could actually write the date at the top that you're going to complete it by. So you put it somewhere you're going to see it every day. So my whiteboard behind me, which my chair's in the way, has got my map to exec. It's always written down. It's always got a date on it, and I always look at it every single day. And that will just keep you going towards your goals. Okay, and think of it, if you don't have anyone in mind yet, right, just think about the people that you would love to go into business. Like, who would you want to be your board of directors? Who would you want around your table? If you were going to open a brand new business right now, like say, Jess, you're brand new, you were going to open a brand new business, and you've got like people around that table, you just need 5 on your left, 5 on your right. Who do you want around that table? And then look at what those people bring to that table. Look at those values that they bring. They might, my biggest one is integrity. Like, I love integrity and honesty and loyalty and all those things, right? If you start to figure a trait, when you're starting to talk to people, those traits will come through and you'll resonate more towards a certain person. Like, you know, when people say they've got a bad energy about someone, or they just don't feel right about that person, it's because something just doesn't align with you. And I think this is a really good tool for highlighting how much you can earn. So like Gemma said earlier, she touched on it, but £37, there's a crystal consultant bonus now, so that's doubled. There's a crystal manager bonus when you've literally got 2 consultants, so 1 on your left and 1 on your right, which is £185. Plus you get £74 for creating those 2 new consultants. Then you want to hit director, crystal director, you're going to get another £555 just for doing that. And then you get another 4 lots of £74. And then to do crystal executive, you're going to get an amazing bonus of £740. And then you're going to get £74 for creating another 4 consultants. Like, that's a lot of money on the table just for doing that. And that's not even talking about the cycles and the product introductory bonuses. So I think for you guys that are brand new on the call, and even if you're not new on the call, I would definitely recommend, I'm just going to stop sharing, I would definitely recommend going onto your back office, going onto the business training, printing out your map to executive. And if you don't want to do the big map, don't do the big map. Just literally think, right, okay, my next goal is like, right, Emma, you hit Crystal Consultant the other day. Right, my next goal is Crystal Manager. I've got 60 days. I've got another 40 days to get 2 people to put under these 2 people, to, you know, to create 2 consultants. And Alza, you're the same. Lizzie, you're going for Crystal Director or Crystal Executive now, I think now, yeah, because Crystal Director's gone. So, and you guys, like, you know, Tina, the same. Helena, you're going to go for Crystal Manager now, like, you know, and just literally print out and just go for it. But there's no problem in dreaming big. You can literally do your 10 now, and you just put it somewhere where you see it. 10 people on the whole planet who eat food, sharing with 2 people. Like, it's not easy. Like, me and Gemma can tell you it's not easy. My house, you can come around my house right now, it's filthy, right? Because I've been gunning for this for ages. But do you know what? It's really, really worth it. And when you can change people's lives physically, emotionally, mindset, financially, it's the best job in the world and the best compensation plan in the world. And that's why me and Gemma were like, oh my God, I'm so knackered. Like, I could really do without doing this call tonight. Right? We get it. We keep going because you guys are ready to plug in. So I would definitely have a look at that this weekend, the back office, map to executives, and then start looking at the Say, Share, Do scripts.
Yeah.
Because they are phenomenal to start. And yeah. Helena, I think you will really help, like, you will find it really easy to then start sharing with more people as well. So yeah, hopefully that made sense.
Yeah, I think because they see with me, I'm typical. Well, just typical. I find it hard to read scripts, but because I'd rather just learn it myself. But guys, if you've got scripts that have already been worked out by I can't even say the word. I always say this. Neuro-linguistic planners, right? That says it a certain way. Now change it to make it sound like you, and make sure that your messages are personal. Like, I would say, be consistent every day. Send out 5, you know, if you've got like your list or you're connecting with, say if Helena thought, right, you know, I want to take this seriously and I want to connect with 5 people off LinkedIn every day. Generally make connections. Don't just copy and paste it, okay? And so I would say make 5 new connections, genuine connections every day. Or if you've already got 5 connections, like James has probably already got loads of people. But what I'm saying is, like, make genuine connections with people, then follow the scripts and see how you can get them in because they're worded right, and then get them on, you know, then get them to talk to somebody. Because if you send 5 every day, I didn't send 5 every day. I was doing 30 on a Saturday, and then I couldn't keep up. Oh my God, who's messaging back? I'm not going back to person. 5 every day, consistency is key. You guys really, realistically needed 2 people a month, that is it, who get the vision, who roll, because when they bring on 10 people each, and then those, do you see what I'm trying to say? So what I'm saying is, I don't need 50 million customers, okay? Although it's fine, customers are brilliant and we value them. But if you get on business builders, because you guys are thinking about it, business builders, you only need to build on 2. So don't compare. Don't look at somebody else and go, oh my God, she's a gun, she's bringing on 50 million. Because if you enroll 9 people on 100 BV, to make a cycle, you'd have to have 9 people. Whereas if you enroll somebody on a pack, you don't have to enroll 9 people. And if you enroll people who roll people, then you only need to have 1 person that rolls. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It's leverage. And it's an equal playing field, you know, it's a legacy company. Once you've built this up, you can give it to your kids. And the reason why I want to tell you it's a level playing field, I out-earn Lara some weeks, and she enrolled me. So that's why it's not a normal network marketing, or people call a pyramid scheme, not all the time. But what I'm saying is, I have done in the past, and you could do the same. And I'm going to be the same as Lara. Bloody amazing if you out-earn me. I'd love you to be. I'm looking for my next executive. I'm looking for somebody to go, right, Jem, I want to run. I've hit my rank now. There's nothing else I can do. So I'm like, who else can I help? So if any of you guys want to set up and be like, right, I've wrote my map out. Write your map out. I had question marks. I only had 4 people. I had question marks next to everybody. So I was like, this is an invisible person. Helena came on board. James, I only met him 2 weeks ago. You know, just the same. Like, you just don't know. So, and don't rule out anybody. I was going for PTs, you know. you don't rule out anybody at all. It's everybody. You don't know if somebody is really looking for what we've got, okay? So we're going to end it there because it's been 39 minutes. We do apologise, we went over. It was only because we did start 5 minutes late, so technically